Hello, my name is Shesa Soibi, and I want to talk to you about how I transitioned from software engineering into product design. I'm just going to share with you my entire journey, and I hope this is going to help someone out there. Someone asked me this question, actually, so what do you really want to do for a living? And I was like, maybe I just want to be a designer. And then he told me, design? Like, what the heck are you doing with design? Like, there's no future in animation. You better go learn how to code. And just like, okay, I don't know what's going on out there. Actually, okay, I'm just going to learn how to develop. So I started learning what we call Q Basic, and I started learning how to code at that time, at that very young age, I think 17. At that moment, I knew I think I was going to study computer science. When I got into university, I started doing a lot of programming courses. I realized that the courses I was doing so well are courses that had to do with visuals. And one thing that I found interesting when I was in university is that I had friends who would tell me that, Sheshan, I have a flair for design. Why not just go into design? But I had this misconception that you being a designer means that you're a failure, and you being a developer means that you are the smartest kid, you're like the one that everyone's going to adore. When I was done with university, a friend called me and told me, hey Sheson, there is a job role. Do you mind coming over to this new city to start a new job? And I was like, yeah, for what? It was like, oh, for software engineering. I was like, okay, not very good at this, but let's see how things would really go. I went for the interview, and honestly, that interview was a mess. I really messed up at the interview. I called my father and I saw that I think I really messed up with the interview. Then he told me that if this is not your job, then it's not for you. Just forget about it. In 2017, company at the time called me and told me, hey, Sheshan, you got a job as a software engineer. And when I got in, then you know what happened? You're an imposter. And I was like, everyone is actually going to know that I'm an imposter. Like this imposter syndrome was so bad. Like I started telling myself, you're not good, you're not good, you're not good. People are going to see your weaknesses now that you're working full time. But I just kept on doing what I needed to do, and comparing my colleagues at that time, I felt like I was the least out of everyone. And interestingly, none of them actually saw that in me, but I was seeing myself. I was looking at myself a lot. And for, let's say, 1 year, I did not really believe myself, but I was delivering. I knew I was delivering, and there was not much of a problem. One of the C-level managers at some point wanted someone to do a prototype design for a client where they can show the client that the company itself can actually build that particular project. And then when I heard about that particular problem, I said I could do it because I just actually saved money to buy a MacBook. When I shared it with my manager and his other colleagues, they were startled, like, Sheshan, did you do this? I was like, yeah, I did it. And everyone was like, share. So. And I was like, ooh, I'm the guy, I was so happy. And I think at that moment, I just realized that I think this is actually for me. This is my own job. This is my dream. And one of them actually approached me and said, so I think you should consider changing your career from development into design. And there are times that you're not prepared for something, but it's always very important that you just take that initiative to just do it. It's not, because sometimes it's not really about your everyday task at work that makes a difference. What makes a difference is the little things that you go beyond your day-to-day tasks to do. That is where you actually get a bit of recognition at an organization. And when I did that, everyone just started thinking, Sheshan, I think you're a designer. What are you even doing as a developer? Remember that I've had these 2 words that you're not good enough. Why are you learning how to design? Why not just focus on your development? Because if you're a developer, everyone will respect you and you're going to be paid well. And this was just like the wrong mindset I had about the job I really wanted to do, which was design. And in the midst of all that, I stumbled on a few books, like 3 major books, like Don't Make Me Think, Still Like an Artist, Show Your Work. Those 3 books were very pivotal for me. And eventually I realized that maybe I should just start even putting my work out there. Let's see what people are going to say. And I started making a lot of friends, and people are reaching out to me. Oh, you could do design, or can you come and do our website design, our UI design? And that's how I was getting clients. And then a random call came in from my old time friend who told me, hey Tristan, do you mind coming to our company? There's a job role for as a product designer. This is really good. And that was how I ended up making the transition, moving into the other company as a product designer. To summarize everything, one of the things I would say would be a key lesson is the idea that comparing yourself is not a wise thing to do, because everybody has a different path. Whatever you go through is going to become your own advantage in the future. And also the idea of the self-doubt, having this sense of imposter syndrome, it's always a problem that people are always going to face. We all face it, you know, but one thing you need to do is that you need to tell yourself that I've come this far and nothing is going to hold me back. And there's this very statement that my mentor says that in the uncomfortable, then you're not good, then you just want to become mediocre. But if you want to see growth, then you need to start getting comfortable in the things that are uncomfortable. When you do that, that is the beginning of success. So I just want to implore you need to just take a step backwards and look at what you love and ask questions, ask from your friends, because they also see things from a different perspective about who you are, what you're passionate about. Give it a try. It's about just being flexible in life. Sometimes when you're flexible, you never know where you're going to end up, and this is how life can be. That's my own story, and I wish you like this video. Please kindly subscribe and share this video to other people that you think are confused about their journey of what to do next. And I hope you're going to make the right decision. Thank you very much for listening, and see you in the next video. Thank you.